Are you serious? Are you serious, guys? Hollywood has dropped President Biden, it looks like, especially George Clooney now leading the way. What does this all mean? Let me just tell you, because, guys, this got serious ramification as we move forward. And I told you, 2024, a year like never before, and it's happening all over the globe in elections in the United Kingdom and in France, in the EU, the political upheaval going on all around the world. Guys, real quick here, getnativepath.com/Paul. That's getnativepath.com/Paul. Heart disease, blood clots, strokes, kidney failure. This all can be found on the back of an ibuprofen bottle. And to top it all off, ibuprofen doesn't even get to the main cause of your pain and the swelling problems. It's only temporary pain relief, and it's only masking the true problems. What is our problem? It's inflammation. What? Of course, this isn't a solution to your pain, but right now you can go to getnativepath.com/Paul to learn more and see your special offer for all of the Paul Begley Prophecy followers. This is, look, a very, very downright positive approach. That's why researchers are saying to add this Antarctic supernutrient, okay, to your diet. I'm talking about omega-3 fatty acids, but not just any form of omegas. These are omega-3 fatty acids sourced from wild-caught krill. The omega-3 content from krill oil has been shown to support healthy blood pressure, circulation, brain health, as well as reduce inflammation, swelling, and joint pain. In fact, it outperforms ibuprofen, Advil, or Tylenol. And it doesn't have a dangerous side effect mentioned either. Better yet, it's even limited time. You can go grab it right now if you go and get this great deal at getnativepath.com/Paul. Click on that link below, getnativepath.com/Paul. You will be glad you did. No doubt about that. All right. Don't forget also, guys, get your tickets for the upcoming webinar, Aliens Among Us. I'm not talking to these guys around me. I'm saying the reality here. Aliens Among Us, a powerful, powerful webinar. Go over to Eventbrite right now and get your tickets. Pretty soon it'll be on the website. But right now, just go to Eventbrite and order it there, okay? Get your ticket now. Get in line so I can send you your link exactly on Friday, August the 2nd. Friday, August the 2nd, I want to send you your link and be ready for this powerful, powerful webinar at Eventbrite. Okay, that's where you get your ticket. George Clooney, he is calling for new Democratic nominee in the latest Hollywood plea for Joe Biden to step aside. This just now coming out. This is an incredible development, guys. George Clooney, fresh off his co-hosting his star-filled fundraiser that he did for President Biden last month, is now calling on Democrats to pick a new nominee and for the president to be a hero in stepping aside. Clooney cited concerns over Biden's age and said that the president's appearance at that fundraiser, in which he did a sit-down with Barack Obama and Jimmy Kimmel, was similar to how he was at the debate with Donald Trump. Clooney told the New York Times, he said, "I love Joe Biden as a senator, as a vice president, as a president. I consider him a friend. I believe in him. I believe in his character. I believe in his morals. And in the last 4 years, he's won many of the battles he's faced. But the one battle he cannot win is the fight against time. None of us can," Clooney said. "It's devastating to say it, but the Joe Biden that I was with 3 weeks ago at this fundraiser is not the same Joe Biden of 2010. He wasn't even the Joe Biden of 2020. He was the same man we all witnessed at the debate." Clooney, so in other words, George Clooney is saying that what we saw with the president's debate with Donald Trump was exactly the same man that he saw at the fundraiser. So they were already seeing it there. Hollywood had gathered there to raise a lot of money. Matter of fact, Clooney is one of the most influential celebrity supporters of the Democrats and the Biden campaign. He used his appearance at the event to raise millions in small dollar donations, hosting a contest in which the winner could meet the actor and Julia Roberts. And when he did that, he raised $30 million for the Biden campaign 3 weeks ago. But in the New York Times op-ed, Clooney also wrote that he was unpersuaded by Biden's answers in the interview that Joe Biden did with George Stephanopoulos last week as to why he had such a poor debate performance with Trump. Clooney said, was he tired? Maybe. Did he have a cold? Maybe. But our party leaders need to stop telling us that 51 million people did not see what we just saw in that debate. We're all so terrified by the prospect, he said, of a second Trump term that we've quoted and we've opted to ignore every warning sign. The George Stephanopoulos interview only reinforced what we saw in the debate with Trump and what we saw in the fundraiser in Hollywood. Clooney also wrote that Biden's presence in the race threatened down-ballot candidates, suggesting that many Democrat lawmakers harbor big doubts about his candidacy in private. Clooney wrote, this is about age, nothing more, but also nothing that can be reversed. We're not going to win in November with this president. This is huge, guys. The Illuminati or the Hollywood, let's just say the Hollywood crowd has dropped the president. This is huge. Now, meanwhile, you guys saw, you probably saw Nancy Pelosi on Morning Joe yesterday, basically saying to the president, go ahead and tell somebody in private that you're ready to drop out. And so she was pushing him publicly. But now other Democrats they're divided, okay? And the donor class is not sending any more money. Hollywood has dropped them. And the big donors have, it looks like, as well. Matter of fact, Clooney is just the latest of the Hollywood figures to call on Biden to exit the race. Rob Reiner, Stephen King, that's scary. They also dropped him. And despite the vocal support, Netflix co-founder Reed Hastings and Ari Emanuel, big donors, have also dropped him. So has Abigail Disney and Damon Lindelof, who published in an essay in a deadline calling on donors to stop giving until the situation is addressed. So the donors are putting the heavy pressure on not only Biden, they're not going to give any more to his campaign, they're just going to quit giving to all the Democrats until something's done. And that's why you're seeing the wagons circling the White House, and this is why you're starting to see the big movement here. Now, Clooney went on to say, he called on top Democrats. He even called out Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries and Nancy Pelosi to ask Biden to voluntarily step aside. Okay? And so in an appearance yesterday on Morning Joe, Nancy Pelosi suggested that Biden reconsider his past insistence and that he was staying in the race, to reconsider this. But some of Hollywood activists in regular touch with the Democrat lawmakers have been dismayed at what elected officials say in private about Biden's situation. They're all very, very, very nervous. George Clooney also did not endorse Vice President Kamala Harris. He's saying we need to pick somebody else. Clooney wrote, let's hear from Wes Moore. Maybe, and let's hear what Kamala Harris and Gretchen Whitmer and Gavin Newsom and Andy Beshear, the governor of Kentucky, and J.B. Pritzker and some of these other people. So he's not endorsing Kamala Harris either. He's saying, let's put all these folks out on the table and see who might be the best. They are scrambling, guys. Hollywood has just dropped the president. The big donors are dropping the president. Half the Democrat Party is split in half over this situation. and there's chaos. And the president is trying to figure out how to get through this NATO summit. And then tonight he's going to give a press conference. So it's important. I think everybody get a chance to watch it. And he's going to try to answer questions from the media, and he's going to try to be as sharp as possible. Okay. It's going to be really interesting how they script this. They probably have I don't know how they're going to do it. Okay. I'm just going to say, I find it interesting that how quickly the Hollywood elite and the big donor class and the global elitist, and how quickly they turn on each other. I mean, it's unbelievable. So I guess they've been hiding all this information. They've been hiding all this from us from a long time. And then now all of a sudden, it's time. They look at the polls and they say that we got to do something. So I thought it was important to bring this to your attention, because you're going to hear all kinds of stuff going on out there. And the media right now is dancing. 1 minute CNN and MSNBC is saying Joe's got to go, and the next minute Joe Scarborough is trying to flip it back, yet CNN's not. And the New York Times is done with Biden and some of those other big publications. The media is in a mess, and we've known this. But you're seeing it. You're seeing the chaos now play out right before your very eyes. It's not about the agenda of the United States. It's about their agenda. It's about their seats of power, not what's best for the people. Guys, get your tickets for Aliens Among Us. You go to Eventbrite and order. We got Standeo. He's amazing. I mean, if you don't know who Standeo is, he's just amazing. Brilliant. Inventor, former FBI agent who had to flee America for 30 years and live in Australia. And he finally got to come back after he wrote a book that Bill Clinton read and said, tell Standeo he can come back. And what that book was called Cosmic Conspiracy, in which Standeo reveals about the Illuminati. And he reveals that he along with several other brilliant minds in the early 1971, 72, 73, they were working on the RFID microchip mark of the beast technology, if you will. He was part of helping to develop it. And then when he realized, he got saved, and he realized that, whoa, so he bailed out of that. Anyway, Standeo is also been studying on UFOs and UAPs a long time. He's going to give you his information. It's incredible. Harvard professor Avi Loeb is amazing, as you guys know. He's a very interesting guy to listen to. I've interviewed him a couple times. He's written a couple #1 bestsellers on New York Times bestseller list. He's the guy who said Uma Uma. He broke it to the world that interstellar object that was flying through our solar system was not traveling at the same speed as all of the meteorites and asteroids and comets that flow at the same speed and have a consistency. This thing would speed up, slow down, turn, change direction, as if something else was guiding it. And he has also now found some spheres, metals pieces, after what looked like some kind of craft crashed into the ocean over by Papua New Guinea. And so he got $2 million grant given to him. They took a ship out there, and they searched the bottom of the ocean. And they found all these little metal spheres, and they've been testing them. And it's a metal that's not from this earth. It's not from this planet. So what is that? But anyway, we're going to have Standeo, Harvard professor Avi Loeb, of course, Bishop Larry Ragland. You guys love that guy. He's on fire. He's going to bring in a biblical narrative to this thing. So will BP Earthwatch. And BP, of course, is also very, he's really, really good at studying the ancient scripts and ancient tablets, tying this thing together. We can understand them. We got Mike from around the world who said he can't wait to do this webinar. Rex Bear, always interesting. and a tremendous researcher and got a great perspective on things. And you got L.A. Marzulli, who is really the man who brought us the Nephilims, the real understanding of the giants of the Bible and the biblical narrative and the seed war. Incredible man with incredible new information. I'm also going to be speaking in this. My son Bart's going to be doing a documentary. I'm bringing back Stephen Bassett. I'm going to repost one of his interviews I did with him on a past webinar because he was at the hearings at the U.S. Congress, and it's a really interesting interview. I'm going to re-include that into this, and there's more. So get your tickets, guys. Go to Eventbrite. Get your tickets. We're living in the last days, no doubt about it. And we want America to be strong, and we want people to be saved. And we're going to continue to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. We have people coming to get baptized down here in the villages. We've got all kinds of things happening. We are living in the end times. I'll be right back.
John spent his days walking up and down the Jordan, making a pathway for the Lord. He cried out to the people, a message of repentance, the kingdom, heaven in his words. Confess your sins, the time is right.
Come on in and get baptized.
On the side of redemption you will stand. This was the mission of John the Baptist, a wandering preacher man. On the road to Damascus, with trouble in his heart, Saul was the meanest guy around, and the good Lord saw right through him. It was
Time for a change.
in a flash of light, he knocked him to the ground.
Got to get your attention sometimes.
He would never be the same, so he spread the truth with his new name. Message of redemption across the land. This was the mission of an apostle named Paul, a
Wandering preacher man. This man right here. This was the old-time preacher man, Dr. Lester Sumrall, a pioneer of faith, an apostle of his day.
He walked from town to town, teaching truth to the people. The author of creation, flesh and bone. He showed the world the fullness of his glory. He called all the sinners to come home.
Yeah, we're working on the schedule for that.
The Son of God had been sent. He was crucified.
Betty, we're working on a schedule.
again. Our redemption resting in his hands. This is the message of our Lord Jesus, a wandering preacher man. Preacher man, our Lord was a preacher man.
Dr. Lester Summerall over here was definitely a wandering preacher man. Preached in 130 countries of the world. Preached one of the greatest revivals, probably the greatest revival ever in the Philippines. And built a church there that now has 20,000 people in it. He just built the crowd up and left. Came to Indiana, built a church in Indiana, 3,000 people, and then owned about 9 television stations and radio stations and shortwave stations, and quite a few of those, and just really just brought the gospel. And, he was Smith Wigglesworth laid his hands on him, and he received that powerful anointing. But, he was already anointed. He was already, started at age 17 and just traveling. Just unbelievable. Yeah, so there, I think about the George Clooney and the Hollywood crowd. I guess George Clooney speaks for the Hollywood crowd, okay? And they're trying to tear all of this infighting, all of this fighting is really not doing anything for America, okay? But Kevin Wilson's got the right song for that.
You can't damn America. Go on and do all the things that you do. So you fight in the streets and you burn down our cities. You burn our flag. It's a shame and a pity. But you can't damn no America. No, 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 no. Go on and do all the things that you do. Yeah, you might knock us down, yeah, but we'll never fall. 'Cause you can't damn us all. It's not about black or white. It's not about race or creed. One senseless death, and all of us bleed. Yeah, you can't damn no America. No, 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 no. Go on and do all the things that you do. Say you might knock us down, yeah, but we'll never fall. 'Cause you can't damn us all. Yeah, Open up your eyes, bring a little help. Yeah, maybe you realize you can't damn America. Go on and do all the things that you do. Yeah, you might knock us down, yeah, but we'll never fall. 'Cause you can't damn us, oh yeah, yeah.
Kevin Wilson.
You can't damn us all.
Kevin Wilson. He helped me baptize. I thought we baptized 20 people, but no, when they put all the names together and told me that we baptized 25 people in Indiana 2 weeks ago on that Saturday. Kevin Wilson was with me along with Israel Hall, and we had a tremendous time. We had 126 people came from 12 states and one person from Sydney, Australia, and it was really an amazing day. And Kevin Wilson and Israel Hall doing a concert, and just a great day. Everybody fellowshipping, wonderful time. Guys, we got to keep praying for America. I'm preaching the next 2 Sundays, actually. I'm preaching the next 2 Sundays here in the Villages at Freedom Fellowship. And Pastor Melvin, who preached last Sunday, started the whole month of July, the theme, Jesus is freedom. Jesus is freedom. And so I'll be continuing that theme this coming Sunday, if you want to be here live with us, and also the following Sunday. Of course, there'll be 2 different sermons, certainly, but we continue with the theme. And, Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father but by me. Guys, you don't want to miss tonight's broadcast with Mike from around the world. It's going to be absolutely epic, as it was unbelievable last week, but it will be epic, as now we're 7 days after he revealed to us that what was going to happen this week, that it was really going to get crazy in Washington, and it has, and it is. So you don't want to miss it tonight with Mike from around the world. Also, there was something else I was going to tell you guys that's real important. I got to get this. Oh, I posted another video on Patreon. Now, I'm doing 1 or 2 videos every day on Patreon. I've just decided to do that because there's things that are happening that I just can't say here, and just drives me nuts. And so I'm just going to Patreon now. And so all of you who are supporters of our Patreon channel, all of you who are members there, just check it now. Okay, I don't know if it alerts you or not. I don't know what goes on with these alerts. YouTube is just pitiful with the alerts, but maybe check your Patreon channel, because I'm doing short, quick videos, like a minute and a half I just did one that is incredible. I mean, nobody's even brought this up. I guarantee it. You'll want to go see what this is, but it has to do with the Illuminati. Okay, so check it out. Matter of fact, go look at the last 4 or 5 videos I've done in the last 2-3 days and watch them. And you're going to continue to see me every day doing videos on Patreon, okay? Every day. Exclusive content there. Thank you, Ms. ZD. And I can freely put some stuff up because every day there's things happening that I'd like to add into my videos I do here on YouTube, but I can't. Some of the stuff, you just got to talk about it on that platform. It's better, okay? So that there's no censorship. It's Patreon, okay? Here it is. Here's my channel right here. Make it easy. Boom. Just go to, my Patreon channel. It's basically www.patreon.com/Paul Begley. If you just go, you'll find it real easy, and you can give what you want, become a member. The average person gives $5 a month, but you can give more than that. Some people do. They like to do that. That likes to be one of the areas. And some people give less. That's okay. You give what you want. I just want you to get the content, okay? And so go to Patreon, and you'll be glad you did. And, of course, I'm going to be doing an interview coming up pretty soon with Mike from around the world. It will be an exclusive just on Patreon and some others. So, but I'm doing daily updates, okay? Daily updates, stuff that I can't talk about here. All right, guys, I'll be back in a little bit. Go check out Patreon, and I'll be back in a little bit more. There's a whole lot more going on, and so stay with me. Are you serious? Oh, and if you want to get that song, Kevin Wilson's song, guys, I've got his albums at my website. If you just want to go to paulbegleyprophecy.com, you can order. I have 4 of his albums available there, okay? You can check it out. Or, of course, you can download his music on iTunes if you want to go that route, okay? God bless all of you. We love you guys. I'll be back.